Welcome back to Wizard Supercoach. Better late than never, I guess. This video's come out a little later than normal, but I don't think anyone's really watching anymore anyway, or it seems to be that way. And after the weekend with Nas injury, I just didn't have any enthusiasm to even want to talk about Supercoach, to be honest. I know that obviously I can't get like a really high rank anymore. I knew that weeks ago, but it had been a couple of good weeks for me, and yeah, just that NAS one really hurt. I was on track for a 2500 and um, ended up with the 2373. So I only dropped 288 spots, I guess, because NAS is quite a popular player. But yeah, season rank now 4223. So I think a few weeks ago I said I was still going to try and finish inside the top 4000. I think that's still doable. Got one trade left and 25k, I think. Yeah, 25,700. So it's going to depend greatly on who I decide to trade in for NAS this week. I actually don't know yet who it's going to be. I've looked at a couple of options, but haven't really settled on anything. Nothing's jumped out at me. There's no obvious pick, I think. But yeah, I'll work that out probably tomorrow or something. To be honest, I just cannot wait for this season to be over and just take what we learnt. I probably say it every week, but just start afresh next year. Start doing that research. Yeah, that's where the fun stuff is. So the team actually was not too bad. There were some monster scores in here that kind of saved me from a shit score. And I guess what really hurt was I didn't have the flex score because Grundy was out and I wasn't going to trade him. So I mean, from defense, you can see it was all right. Whitfield's 110. He's been good lately, even though I think we've seen his best already. And I said I won't be picking him next year or starting him next year. He has been good for probably the last month. Blakey another ton, so that was good. Worrell thereabouts. Clark above an 80, we take that. Ash was quiet with his 74, but yeah, it was Nas that really ruined the party there. Hugo 66 on the bench, so if we had a crystal ball, we could have played him ahead of Nas, but who the hell would have done that? That's just not realistic. So basically, yeah, that was as good as we could have gotten there. Oh, McDonald's injured, is he? I knew he missed. I thought he was just managed. Expected to be available for round 24. Not that it really matters, but yeah, you kind of want your players playing just in case. As for the captains, VC Sheasel, it didn't quite come off a 96. Not terrible score, but not going to take that when there's so many primos in the team. And yeah, Dacos, the safe option, a 132 against West Coast. He was a little bit quiet to begin with, but he's always going to get there, isn't he? The big one for me was Rankin, the 223. So I bought him in last week, and he's given like 150 and a something like that, and a 223, 170. Like, he's in crazy form. What did he get? A 158 and a 223. Yeah, so once again, same as last week, I saw the Golden score and I thought, oh, like Golden's going to continue on what he did the week before. How's Rankin going to match him? But Rankin over the 2 weeks is way ahead. So, yeah, once again, for now, we've made the right decision. And I'm not sure that Golden's going to catch him now over that stretch, because he's probably, I'm guessing Golden's probably about 90 or 100 points behind Rankin now, which is pretty insane. I mean, anything could happen over the next 2 weeks. I don't expect Rankin's going to go crazy against Fremantle, but who knows? He's just been a really good trade-in, though, and I never thought that he was capable of putting out scores like this, at least not consistently. So, happy with that. Bont, yeah, he's just kind of up and down, isn't he? Wouldn't be surprised though if he goes huge this week. Who knows? I don't think he scores historically well against Carlton. We'll have a look. I think him and Cripps usually go head to head. 88, 108, 112. So by his standards, that's pretty low. So I don't think I'd be putting the C or VC on him this week. There's plenty of other options anyway. Smith's 161. Back in form there, although it was only against Essendon, so I wouldn't read too much into it, but we'll take it. Merritt as well, 114 and a flogging. That's good. He's been nice and consistent, if nothing else. Anderson, again, those Gold Coast players are just driving me nuts. Um, Anderson's just about on the never again list for me. I know he had that really nice 7 week run, but yeah, he's been just absolute dog shit either side of that. I don't know why though. Like I don't think he's playing a different role or anything. I don't think Rao's even stealing points off him. Just butchering the ball and just not getting involved like he normally would. Heaney again, a sub ton. How many is that now? It's like 4 of the last 5 or something. Let's see. Yeah, four of the last 5 are sub tons. So that's not good. I'm sure he's carrying an injury or something like that. But whatever, we're stuck with him now. Herbert back down to earth, a 76. But really, for a 99k rookie, a 76 is still good. So he made just a ton of cash. He would have been good early in the year, and you know he's averaging nearly 90. So he's been good on field. A solid M8, I think. So we just take that. And yeah, the ruck line is what really hurt me. So Gordon was fine with the 105, but Grundy not playing. And I expect he was only going to be out the 1 week, so I didn't trade him. Hopefully it doesn't turn into like a 2 week thing because Sydney they've got Essendon, so hopefully they don't just bring in Laddams or something and Grundy sits out another week to chill with his baby. But yeah, that would be a disaster for me. And then Cherry in the flex there with the 99. He was all right. He's got Geelong this week, so that will be interesting. Yeah, I don't trust any. I've said it before. I don't trust any ruckman against Geelong, though. Really, you just never know what Chris Scott's going to pull. And then the forward line, some interesting ones here. So as I said before, Sheasel was, he was all right. Hill the 115, so he had the knee injury scare there as well, and it happened about 5 minutes after Nas, so that was looking really bad. But yeah, he came back out and he got the job done. He's been a really good trade in. Don't think you can look at him next year though, because if Sinclair's back, then surely Hill's just going to go back to what he was doing when Sinclair was in the team. Pickett was good, 118. Took finally gave me a really good score, 157. So I don't even think he's that highly owned. He surely wouldn't be. It was good to see him have like a ceiling game. I thought we were never going to see one again. It's in 13% of teams. But yeah, he's been in shitty form, Supercoach wise. I mean, it matches Gold Coast really. Yeah, only 2 tons out of like the last 9. So yeah, he's been a bad trade in. Durham again, a low score. Yeah, there's that element of forgiveness, I guess, because of how good he had been for the cheap price we paid. But that patience is probably starting to run out. I mean, there's nothing we can do at this point, but hopefully he scores a bit better this week. I think Sydney's midfield is going to be easier to score on than Geelong. Also, he's probably, I don't know, he's probably burning out. There's not really too much help in there for Durham and Merritt. Don't really rate Essendon's midfield too much. So, yeah, there's a lot. It is his first season as a full-time mid as well. So, I don't know. We're going to get these ups and downs. I'm still looking at him for next year, though, that's for sure. I don't see why he would stop getting CBAs if they're looking to the future. It really depends on who's going to coach them. It's all up in the air right now. I'm not going to talk about the Essendon coaching thing too much, but I think they'd be insane to go back to James Hird. I don't even really have to explain why, but yeah, I think it'd be a big step backwards for them, that's all. And the baggage it would bring would just be incredible. I don't know what they're playing at, even considering it, unless it's some kind of media stunt. So this is where it got interesting for my forward line. So I thought I'd try and outsmart some people and jump some ranks and try and loot Petrarca. So I had the emergency on him, and when he got 46, I thought, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to pay off. So I put Campbell Lake on the field because he's been scoring okay lately. And of course, this was the week that he scored a 36. So I lost 10 points there, but who cares? Really made no difference in the end. It was Nas that sunk me. So that was it there for the week. Incredibly, we're kind of getting by with only 2 playing players on the bench as well. Yeah, it really hurt this week, but yeah, no cover there in the ruck. What can you do? I think next year that's a good lesson that we'll try and avoid a ruckman in the flex. It's just at the start of the year when these three ruckmen were all going absolutely crazy, and I had the ability to get the third one. I thought it would give me an advantage, and yeah, I knew that having a ruckman in the flex takes some of the flexibility away. That's for sure. But when they're scoring like that, I guess just thought the positive would outweigh the negative. But anyway, here we are. That's probably why I'm ranked just outside the top 4,000 now instead of where I was. So yeah, I didn't make a trade video last week because I didn't make any trades. So yeah, they've got the one trade to go. It's going to be Nas. Let's have a quick look and see, because I think he's done for the season. Well, there's only 2 games left, so surely he's done for the season. So just looking at average, who's next up that we could get? There's Bowie or Bowie, however you say it, from Melbourne. He looks alright. Parker, maybe. Probably not. Do we just go like a full, like a pod play here and just go with someone who's really low owned? Bowie's 4%. Maybe we'll look at the 3-round average instead, see if something pops out. Florent, nearly 3% owned. He's got a 116 3-round average. Tom Stewart's back in form as well, but I don't really want to roll that dice. Given their soft run as well, he'll probably get rested, I'd say, in round 24. Who have they got? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, Richmond in round 24. I reckon Stewart will probably get rested in that. It's a perfect opportunity to do it, despite what AFL House says. Yeah, this is why I can't decide. I don't know. There's no obvious one. Tom McCarthy's not a bad shout. Low owned, 5%. Is there anyone on the 5-round average that pops out? Once again, though, holding these trades to the end, it has helped. Like, yeah, you kind of lose some points in the lead up, but I'm hoping that we should be able to whiz past some teams, pardon the pun, in these last couple of weeks. Like, we're not going to get a super high rank or anything, but something respectable, I'll take that. Yeah, there's nothing, I don't know. All the proper primo defenders, we've either got them, or they're now out injured. It's been just a hectic year, as you all know. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm what I'm going to do there. We'll check out captains as well. I think one of the obvious ones is probably Baz against North. Nas against Richmond would have been great if he was playing, but we can forget that one. With the way Rankin is at the moment, it's probably worth just chucking a VC on him. Got nothing to lose, I think. There's Gorn against Port, maybe. There's plenty of options. I wouldn't go Dacos against Hawthorn. Hawks mids are pretty restrictive. Probably see Whitfield having another big one against the Eagles. The Eagles are playing all right at the moment, and the Giants, not really. They're too hard to get a read on. And then, of course, yeah, if you've got like a Heaney or a Golden against Essendon, of course, go with them. Heaney does love to beat up on the shitty teams as well, so he could be... He's probably the captain option. It might be like Rankin into Heaney for me or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't really matter. Like, yeah. This video's probably gone longer than I expected as well. I was only thinking it was going to be like a 5-minute video, but it's cool to see that the Supercoach finals thing has popped up. I haven't registered for that yet, but that'd be pretty cool. It's one of those things, I think, Supercoach. It's kind of like real footy. Like, you get towards the end of the season, and part of you kind of thinks, oh, I can't wait to have a holiday from it. But within like a week, I find myself wanting to do it again. So yeah, that having the finals there, that'll be a nice thing, I reckon. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know in the comments how you're going to cover Nas or what you would be doing if you don't own him. And yeah, guys like George are so lucky. I was one of the people that also didn't have Nas for so long, and watching him post those bullshit scores, it was hard. And then I finally got him in, and I mean, what did we get? Like 3 weeks out of him or something. But yeah, people like George have a massive advantage now. Don't have to use a trade, and well, I don't think he's got any left anyway. But Yeah, yeah, real interesting how it falls. So you can just never predict these things, I guess. It goes to show how much luck is involved in Supercoach, that's for sure. And if there's one thing I've learned, like I'm not going to do the lesson video now or anything, but just while it pops in my head, I think if you look at like the top team, the top ranked team right now, the thing that stood out to me, right, is have a look at the defense. It's got Mills, Parker, McCarthy. They're not terribly popular picks. Like if all through this team, if you had a look at the start of the year, there's no way that any of us in the preseason would have thought that's a great team. Well, look at the forward line. It's got Bailey Williams in it, Rankin, Horn Francis. None of us really were about that in the preseason. Herbert's in the flex. I know that he's got LDU on the bench as well, but I mean, it's a really good team, but uh, it doesn't look great, is what I'm trying to say. Like, obviously it is because it's scoring like one, but you look at that list of names, you wouldn't think that that was like the best you could have. And it's not. It's not the optimal team, but it's the best anyone's got. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great team because at the end of the day, the game is just numbers. So, yeah, I think it's a good lesson. I don't worry too much about who's doing what. That's, yeah, definitely a lesson for me for next year. So anyway, I think that's all I've got. Yeah, again, let me know in the comments how you're going, what you're going to do with your trades if you have any left, what you're going to do with Naz, what you would do if you don't own him. And yeah, good luck for the round. I'm not going to make a trade video. Oh, actually, no, I probably will because this is going to be, well, I mean, it's the last trade. It's probably going to be an important one. So yeah, I think I will, but let me know anyway. I'll see you in that video.